Hello everyone, this is Tommy. I wanted to do a content video today for you to show you the new waterproof Decoflex wall switch. Now what I'm going to do is I've already mounted the plate or what the remote snaps into on a post that I have on my patio. I'm going to flip the camera around and we'll walk over there and I'll show you. We're going to be programming from a Somfy patio waterproof remote that is hanging above it as well, and we're going to program two shades to it and mount it on the wall with the cover plate over it to show you how easy it is to use one of these. Now, we don't currently stock these, but we are looking into all the information and getting it probably added into our system very soon, because this is going to be a game changer. Because before the Decoflex, you had to mount it on a wall with a clear cover plate or something like that. Other dealers are using the smooth wall switch and putting a clear cover plate over it. This is going to be one of those game changer switches because it is waterproof and it can be outdoor in the elements. So we're going to walk over and I'm going to do my best to hold the camera while I'm doing everything. All right. So you'll see that I have the little plate up here that the switch actually snaps into. This is the switch, Decoflex waterproof surface 5-channel. It comes with that plate, some screws, all of this stuff here in the box. This is the plate that snaps over. This is actually the switch that goes on the wall. This is the Decoflex. So it has 5 channels. Now, the thing with the Decoflex, it works just like the traditional Decoflex. So if you press one channel, it's only going to operate that one shade. If you press channel 1, channel 2, and channel 3 to basically light up the lights, the thing is it cycles through. So be aware of that. So if you push the button, see how it hits one button? If you hit the down, it's going to cycle through them. It doesn't operate them all at the exact same time. So if you want an all channel for them to all operate at the same time, I would recommend changing to channel 4 or channel 5, depending on how many shades you have, to be the all, to where they all simultaneously start dropping at the same time. So what we're going to do first is, we know we want to program channel 1, which I'm just going to set that down for a second. I'm going to grab the wall switch. The remote that I have. Now this particular one operates, oops, I didn't even have it on channel 1. Okay, so this particular one actually operates my patio shade that I have on my pergola. So what we're going to do right here is we're going to program it. So first off, what you're going to do is make sure you're on the right channel. The shade moved, so I know I'm on the right channel. What you're going to do is flip the remote over. Now, on this Decoflex, which is different from the others, it usually has a little programming button here on the side. So I had to open this one first to show you all that you have to open inside. There's a little programming button right there. So what we're going to do is make sure this one's on channel 1. Okay. We'll flip this one over. This one, we remembered, was on channel 1. What we're going to do is flip it over. And I use my little Somfy screwdriver that they gave me, but just as long as you can push the button, you'll hear the shade jog. Come on. Let me make sure I'm on the correct channel. Okay, I am. I heard it move. I'm going to press the button on the back again. Okay, you heard it jog. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go to this little button in here and we're going to press this as well. It jogged again. So now what we're going to do is we're going to press and operate shade 1. Okay, so we press the down button. It's moving. I'm going to spin around. You're going to see the shades coming down. Now if you press the stop button, it will stop. Press the up button, it goes back up. Now right now I do not have the electricity set up for my outdoor movie screen. I'm still running some wires and all that because it's been running off an extension cord ever since I installed it. So that particular one will not operate right now. But across the yard on my RV cover, I do have a big one that I'm doing some testing with. That one will later be set up with a wind sensor that I'm testing for another company that has the wind, rain, and sun, and it's solar powered. It's called the Breeze. I'll be testing that out later today and getting it set up, and I'll get you all a video as soon as I do. But right now we're going to go ahead and program that shade. So if we go to 3 on my remote, that is that one across the yard. It's not working. Hold on. It's a range issue, sorry. Because that's probably somewhere close to 100 feet away. Sorry. I was standing back a little too far. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to do the same thing we were doing before. We are going to program. So on the back of the remote, you're going to hit the programming button again. So I operated the shade, so I made sure I was correct. I'm going to push the button on the back of the remote. The shade jogged. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to press channel 3 on the waterproof Decoflex, so the light's lit. Flip it over, and we're going to push the button on the... It jogged again over there. So now at this point we have 2 shades, one on 1 and one on 3. I'm going to put the plate back on the back. Okay, so now it's done programming. So what we're going to do is this actually just snaps right in. Where the other Decoflex actually needs to be put in a box. If you're putting it outdoors with a clear cover plate, which it sinks in. This one is going to set off of the post slightly, as you can see. And then what I'm going to do now is the cover plate. This cover plate, as you can see, just snaps on. So literally all you're going to do is put it up there and snap it into place. Peel the cover off of it. And now at this point, if you want to push channel 1, the light's lit up. Press the down button. And you can see my shade is going down. Now in this particular shade, I actually, because it's only for sun control, I actually took the pile off the bottom, so the weight bar is going down and almost touching the deck, because it's not necessarily to keep bugs out. But now what we're going to do is, and you can see this is 95 carbon. You see the visibility looking out. Now I have a little bit of a glare right here only because the sun is hitting directly on it and I'm sitting right up against it. But if you stand back, you still have great visibility looking out of it. As you can see from the 95 on this side to no 95 on that side, you can see the difference of the visibility looking out. So now at this point, all you do is, and my favorite is still in there. If you hit the stop button, because it was in the down position, it's going to come up to where my intermediate or my favorites position is. And as you can see, it's slightly up off the floor. And then what I'm going to do now is I'm going to press the up button, and it will go all the way up. And it did not interfere with the other remote that I have. I have them both up here. Now, always remember also, by putting those 2 channels, and I have a toolbox remote that this shade is on also, but putting those 2 remotes And the toolbox takes 3 channels. Like I said, my toolbox remote is 1 channel. Each one of these remotes is another channel each. So I have taken 3 channels up on that motor already. So once I do a wind sensor or anything else, those are separate from the 3 controlling devices that are already put into the motor. So just be aware when you start adding more things. I'm going to add quite a few others and show you each step of the way and what could happen once you fill up all the motor channels into the motor, just to give you all a little better idea of how things work with those Somfy motors. All right, thank you, and you all have a great day. Let me know if you have any questions.